Hi, it's Jamie.
So it's almost July, it's almost August. I believe there's a lot of people that are planning to fly out for studies. It can be exchange students or MBA students or anything else. Today is gonna be more of tips for preparing to come and study in the US. Based on my experiences and my personality, I've usually do really well in going to new places and new environment and start something new. So technically, I have around 3 experiences in study abroad. The first one's actually when I was 17, that I went exchange in the US. I was in New York State. I think it was in Rochester, that I stayed in a host family for a year, and that's like my first study abroad. And obviously at the time, we don't have smartphones, not that old. Yeah, we don't have smartphones, so we couldn't contact families like right away, and we couldn't look at stuff like all the time. And the second experience I had was during university. I think it's my junior year. I went to Singapore, Singapore Management University, for a semester of exchange. And the last one, which is currently now, last year, August, I went to Arizona for my MBA journey. And my personality is more of sometimes over-prepared. I organize all the details starting from me leaving airport in Taiwan, all the details that made me organized and like last panicking when I arrived on the site. So for today's video, I want to focus on things you should prepare. I will put it in 3 categories. So we do first documentaries, second insurance, and third one, some necessities you have to bring when you are just arrived. The 4th, accommodations of local places. And the 5th one is more of applying for Taiwanese, is that the things you might need to think about, back home, that if you want to get rid of or keep. Okay, so without further ado, let's go. So first, you're now probably feel really excited, anxious, and a lot of things to do. So don't panic, just list all the things down and prepare it one by one. It can be an enjoyable process. So let's talk about first is US customs can be kind of strict, so you want to make sure that you have everything ready. So first one, you make sure your I-20 is signed. If you're applying for MBA or other degrees, I believe you have I-20. And I think it's the 3rd page or the 2nd page, you have to sign your signature with the date. That's really important, so make sure you actually sign the proper date. I think the date have to be the time you arrive in the US or something, but make sure you have the right date. Second is vaccination record. In Taiwan, we have this 小黄卡. When I came, the people in the airport actually check before I board the plane. And the third one is international license. So I'm not sure about all the countries, but Taiwan, if you have the international license, you can directly change it into the local license here. I'm not 100% sure if that's depends on different states, but for Arizona, if you get an international license from Taiwan, you can just go to the DMV and then get a local license right away. So instead of apply the whole thing from scratch and everything, you don't have to wait that much. It's actually a really quick process. When you're in Taiwan, exchange your Taiwanese license to an international license, and if you want to change into local US license, bring the Taiwanese license, international license, both of them. And I think also your residential record, to prove that you actually live here, then you can actually get the local license. The 4th is how to transfer money. So I got asked about this question a lot of times. I think it can be done in different ways between different countries, but I kind of want to share how I did because I feel like it's the easiest way. So what I did was I have a lot of bank account in Taiwan, right? And then instead for that, I can do a different currency transfer just through my phone. So I make sure I open up that access of the function. When I left the country, I actually have kind of transfer my right to my mom. So that I think I have to sign some document 授权书 to the bank and to tell the bank that my mom has the right to do all the legal things with my bank. I open a bank account here in US, and when I get my bank number and everything, I told my mom. So my mom can use the US account to 约定转账 to my Taiwanese account. this way, when the 约定转账 complete, I can just transfer all the money on my phone, even when I'm in the US. So that's, for me, is the best way to do it, because whenever I wanted to do more money transfer, I don't need to ask for help from my family, and I can do it on my own. Highly recommend. So finish on the document part. Second, that's focus on insurance. I probably won't be 100% correct, but it's a way for you to follow. First, make sure you understand the coverage of your student insurance. And second, I think you have to have the travel insurance so you can cover the gap. So what I do is I did have the student insurance with my school, but I also do the travel insurances during my travel from Taiwan to US. And since the insurance in the school doesn't cover IDs, I also bought additional insurance in Taiwan that kind of makes sure if something happened here in the US, my insurance is covered for me to fly from the US back to Taiwan, so that, you know, emergency things covered, I can fly to take the medical needs I want. So the third part is probably my favorite part, because that's you're feeling like you're closing to flying out, actually experience the local life. It's about the necessities when you arrive at the country. So first is the local phone call. I know people do it differently, but for me, if I don't have internet access along the journey, I would get really anxious, because I might want to look at something. I want to make sure I'm able to access all the resources on my phone directly. So what I did is I bought a US phone card. I can list the link down in the description box, but it's probably just in Taiwan. So I'm able to get a number of US phone number, and then also the access of internet. It can be like a really short period, I think between like 10 days or a month. And with that phone number, I initially think it's a temporary one, but when I arrived, I realized I'm able to use this phone number and convert it into the phone plan here in the US. So it's actually really convenient. The second one is cash. So I don't think you need to bring a lot of cash, because now in the US, most of the stuff is credit card, Apple Pay. So I know in Taiwan, we still use a lot of cash. You know, when you go to 早餐店, when you go to like convenience stores, you still use cash. But here, I don't think I ever actually use it. Probably only taking a bus, but I only take it once now. So bring some cash, but like I don't think you need to bring a lot. Use a credit card you have in Taiwan. Choose the ones that have the highest reward percentage when you use it abroad. And you can kind of preload some of the credit card in your Apple Pay, so that'll be easier to use at any store. Okay, lastly, it's something exclusive for Arizona. So if you're arriving during summer in Arizona, make sure you bring sunglasses, because the sun here is killing me. So if you're arriving in summer, prepare that. The fourth part is local apartments. I know everyone do it differently, because a lot of people, they come here, then they find accommodations. But for me, I couldn't do that. I have to make sure I have a place to stay when I arrive. And I don't want to go to Airbnb. I want to settle down right away. So first, make sure you know the moving process of that particular, you know, apartment or apartment complexes. They usually send out a lot of like detailed contract before you came. Read them thoroughly. I didn't do that. I thought I know everything, but I didn't. And second, usually when you move into, you know, like company-owned apartment complex, they want you to register your utility account, so they can kind of track your usage of utility. And if you didn't have the account, they won't let you move in. So for us in Arizona, it's APS, register that account. And the second is house insurance. So if there's any damage in the house, you know, they won't be not covered. So make sure you also register for that. I think I didn't do one of them when I arrived. So I was actually couldn't move into the building. I was waited for like 4 hours then to move in. So it is quite painful. Okay, the last part about local accommodation is that this is probably over-prepared, but I did that because I'm kind of like really care about the clearness of the place. So you can order a lot of like cleaning suppliers, some of the food through Walmart or through Amazon. So I did order vacuum machine, mop, all the cleaning supplies I need. I also ordered mattress, bed frame, stock, everything I think I would need right away, especially the first night. If you didn't know like what kind of size of bed you want, at least order air mattress, Even though we are coming here short term, I think it's really important to have a nice place to stay. So that's pretty much all. If you're not Taiwanese, the last part is just the identity in Taiwan that you can kind of be aware of. Think about if you want to keep your original phone number in Taiwan. What I did, I really do want to keep that phone number, so I changed into like the minimum cost of monthly spending in Taiwan. And so I still need to pay like, I think, 199 a month, 190a month for that phone number just to keep it running. And if you don't want to keep the phone number, then it's fine. Probably don't need to do that, but I still did that. And I also make sure, make sure everything's on auto payments. So for your phone bill, for your credit card, everything you need to pay, change it into auto payment, because you're definitely gonna forget that. Because you're gonna pay both bill on the Taiwan and US, so you wanna make sure that's becoming easy. Okay, and the third one is really important. Make sure you get all the IDs to your family. So your 身份证, your 健保卡, all those stuff, give it to your family, because sometimes 健保局 will ask something from me. So it's really important that you don't bring those stuff here, because otherwise you kind of want to go back and give it to your family. So yeah, that's like around the end of the video. There's still a lot to share about this video. I just want to cover more essential things you need to prepare before you came. But if there's any part you wanted to know, any topic you prefer, well, feel free to comment below and I'm willing to answer. I'm still thinking about doing another one about packing all your luggage, because I do prepare a lot of essentials. For me, I think everything is really important, but my friends are probably, or Nicole's probably saying I overpack, but it's a great direction for people to see what you should pack. Well, if you wanted to know that, comment below. Yeah, that's it for the video.